It has been 11,000 years since the kingdom of Adora was cast into the astral sea, along with the invading demon god Deimos. The last king of Adora, Gnarl Denstra, the elven god king Xandril Mishinel, and the necromancer Avigard fought and stopped the impending doom of the eternal darkness from coming forth, but were lost to the world when they too were cast into the astral sea. Now, the land of Redigan is split into 4 kingdoms. Adashmira is the Elven Kingdom, where 10,000 years ago they called the elves back into their forest to lock it away. Most heeded the call, but some believed that they should not segregate and stayed in the world.
The Round Top Rainforest, where many other races call home, is now a kingdom under the direction of the druids who reside there. They left their borders open, but all know that if you enter and do not respect the forest, your life will be forfeit.
The Dwarven Kingdom of Gratispar called the dwarves back to their homes, closing and locking the doors of their vast mountain kingdom, and they have not opened them yet.
Finally, the Kingdom of Remedigan, known as the Kingdom of the Humans, left its borders open and welcomed anyone who sought refuge. It thrived, not from isolation, but a joining of all races under one idea: peace. 100 years ago, Odura returned. With it, the High General Martin Firewell and King Xandro Mishinel, and there has been a fragile peace between all kingdoms. Until now.
Hi, everybody.
Sit
Hello.
back and relax as I take you out of your reality and into my nightmarish dream world. Welcome back to the Bros and Dragons podcast. With us, as always, the champion of chaos, long may it rain, playing Miranda Shrendez, Lissa.
Heyo.
The impossible sorcerer, playing Tayson Firewell, is our very own Nerdworks.
I smell like vinegar, which is different from lavender because I was using a pet-friendly weed killer this week, and I figured if my dogs ate that, they would just have like a yucky taste. But then I thought about the fact that we eat salt and vinegar chips, so why wouldn't a dog maybe like salt and vinegar chips because they eat those? So maybe they like salt and vinegar weeds. And now I'm sad because I'm pretty sure my dogs are still going to eat all of this stuff, and I don't want them to.
Guardian herself, long live the Waffle Hut, playing Stroop Waffle, is the very talented only voice actress on this thing getting paid for her work, Hannah.
I smell like dogs.
Seen a lot of animals today, at least 20 animals. And none of them have eaten any salt and vinegar chips, so here we are.
I love that you had to add the specific getting paid for her work for the voice acting.
I can't pay any of you to do this because if I do, then you become an employee or a contractor, and one of those requires me to do paperwork, and the other one requires me to file special taxes on it. And if you guys make me do any more work than I'm already doing, and then I still get audited by the IRS, I'm gonna have to question our friendship and us being in a party anymore. Just saying.
I'm your Dungeon Master and host, Daniel Doc Gentry, and with us today for our recap from last time, 2 weeks ago. Take it away, Nerdwork.
Hi, everybody. So it was a weird time last week. We decided that we were going to go to the top of the tallest building that we could find, and that one was not available. So we went to a different building that was also very, very tall. And on the way there, we went into we talked to the assistant archmage, something along those lines. A weird title, but let us use a chamber to go ahead and look out. She packed up all of her books, all, Merlin, Mary Poppins, Harry Potter, everything get into a box style. And then we were going to go ahead and look out. But on her way out, they apologized. And then with a wisp of smoke, magic, the Archmage, Avigard, appeared. And we were all like, whoa. And then she's like, hey, I got a lot of stuff to tell you about. Like, hey, by the way, I think I know why we haven't been able to kill Deimos, because we keep killing him here or somewhere else. But no, we gotta go in his hometown, in his plane and defeat him there, which means that we're gonna have to do something about that. There was some talk about accountability and responsibility and things along those lines. It went very poorly, but that's okay, because eventually they called in a mediator by the name of Addendum and said, "Hey, can you help us out with this Conundrum Addendum," which is his band name, Conundrum Addendum. Anyway, so we were able to figure out, with his help, if we did a ritual, we would be able to go to the Abyss and fight Deimos there. But it would require some effort, because technically, if we died in this ritual, then we were going to be in the service to his generals, Addendum's generals, not Deimos's generals. But that would be a problem, so you have to be careful with it, all that good stuff. Also, again, as previously stated, we would have to die, so there's that. So now it's more of okay, we don't have to do, and there was very clear that we don't have to do this immediately, but we have to gather, and we need to get strong. Montages were mentioned, probably by me. I'm very self-centered about montages. I like montages. But allies, montage ensue, but we've got some time. And then Avigard let us out, and that was cool. And then time returned to normal, because we were in a pocket plane. She put us there to have a conversation, and that was super cool. I'm sure other stuff happened, but I'm still kind of fixated on like the where you have to die to go thing. Like that's kind of the main sticking point. So like the Easter eggs of that episode are kind of lost on me, because die to succeed, literally die trying. Very excited about it. But yeah, that's what I got. Did I miss anything? Okay, at 10, yeah, go ahead.
I turned into a bird.
And yes, and Stroop was a bird for this entire conversation, I believe. But it was a good time. It was a good time.
And Stroop shat on the table.
Yep. And later on, we went to Phoenix's phylactery, and I bought a ring, and I feel all blinged out. Other than that, I think we're caught up.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt anybody if they were going to be.
You know me, I ramble. That's my thing. Like, you can stop me whenever you want. It's not bad audio. In fact, it stops the bad audio to let good audio happen again if you interrupt me.
So you also know that tomorrow, two things are happening. Stroop's apron is going to be finished by Phoenix Phylactery. And two, Remedigan is sending an ambassador to Adeshmira, which was mentioned to you as well.
Did we get any kind of time frame on when the ambassador would arrive?
Tomorrow.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because we had talked about leaving as soon as possible to get back, but might as well receive them here. Cool. I'm caught up. It's been 2 weeks.
The only other thing is Tayson doesn't want any credit for what's happening, but he's getting credit as, like, Stroop got credit as well for things. Just throwing that out there as well.
My ignorance actually feeds into my character's experience, so that actually works out great.
You guys are just leaving the Crystal. No, you went to Phoenix Phylactery. You left there. It's afternoon dinner time. You're in the city wandering with Posh and Jiman. I don't think you went back to the villa yet. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you wanted to do before you did that?
Hey, it's been a while for you two. Like, a while. Do you, like, want to do one of those, like, drink the place drink things, because Stroop, you and I, we got to have like a couple of drinks in Confusion, but like you two haven't really been able to hit it up for a while, and this is like a city and stuff, and tomorrow somebody's gonna come, and then we're gonna grab your stuff, and then we're gonna go probably. So if you wanted to, like, I think you literally have like today to do that here, and then yeah, that's it. That's the only time I can think of.
Are you suggesting we do a pub crawl?
I mean, yeah, if you want, sure. I've never understood why it's a pub crawl, because like if you get to the point where you're crawling, you don't really make it to the next place.
I disagree. I respectfully disagree.
Well, that doesn't count. You can literally turn into things that are on 4 legs. Like that, you're constantly in the capability of crawling. Like if it gets to a point where Montera or I are, like crawling, we should not be continuing to try and drink anymore. Especially if we were trying to crawl to someplace to get another drink. That's too many.
Yeah, that's fair for you guys. Yeah,
You're not wrong, Tayson. You're not.
Bar hopping as opposed to pub crawling.
Okay. I get. You're happy, so you're kind of jumping up and down to go from one place. Okay, yeah, okay. I got it. All right,
I feel
bar
like
hopping.
it's semantics at this point, but
I mean, fair. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting stuck. I'm just I'm in a kind of good mood, and it's weird. But yeah, cool.
Tayson.
Yeah.
It's good that you're in a good mood, dear.
Yeah. I got a ring. Ooh.
You do have a ring.
I do.
And I have smoky armor now.
Yeah. Okay.
I got nothing.
Well, yet. It'll be good. Oh my gosh, are you gonna have the best apron of all of the Waffle Hut employees? Like, are you gonna have the best one?
Yeah, absolutely. No doubts about it. I will have the best apron of every Waffle Hut franchise ever.
If it's magic, can it get dirty?
I don't know if it would get dirty, especially if it's like cast iron apron. I feel like the more dirty it would get, the more spices that would be.
You're just seasoning your equipment. Okay.
Yeah.
That's. I'm just gonna say Mike out of game loves that to no end, actually, and I have a new idea for something for us to go into business with.
As a reminder, he offered to do that enchantment, and you said no. Dirty aprons are where it's at.
That's the right answer, but I do like the idea of seasoning an apron. Okay, yeah. So if we wanted to bar hop, like, yeah. I don't know, unless you two want to get some sleep, or I don't know. I kind of wanted to distract from the whole library thing again, because I don't want to study to find out what we don't know a day before we're gonna do something to also figure out what we know. I don't want to.
Tayson, I don't even blame you. Like, we've been through so much in such a short amount of time that when was the last time we actually sat and relaxed? Like, properly relaxed?
Heron's Inn was nice. On the way here, there was that like smaller town that we got to, well, actually, no, because you all helped with stuff.
I mean, we went to the bathhouse when we got here.
Yeah, but like,
but that was us cleaning up in order to do work.
I wasn't very relaxed. Again, look, I'm smiling. So I'm like, we're in a good place here.
Hey, son.
Yeah.
Do you want to properly join us and drink with us?
Oh, no, thank you.
Are you going to be our designated carriage driver?
I drank with Stroop 3 days ago, and I think I'm still hungover. So I am going to relax for the time being, and just hang out, and maybe I'll drink something with you, like every once in a while, but I'm gonna start at like the end middle kind of place, you know.
That's entirely valid.
Okay, great.
Plus, we do have your buddies
Oh,
with us, and
I
she
was-
points to
Potion
Posh
G-Mine.
and yeah.
Well, I was actually gonna ask, hey, do you two get to drink while you're on duty with us and stuff?
Yeah, Posh pokes G-Mine in his chest and says he thinks we haven't been drinking doing this job. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. I was gonna say we're learning because you didn't answer my question, but then you asked before I said that didn't answer my question. Cool. Okay, great. Great. Then yeah, let's go. Team us. Woo.
Arha!
You guys bar hop the rest of the night. You spend 15 gold. I don't care who pays for it.
I do.
Dayson's the only one with money right now. Stroop is
It's
flat
true.
broke.
Tayson
Yeah.
is the only one with money right now.
Uh-huh.
There's a debt that's there. We're starting to become the United Nations, where the whole world is $9 billion in debt, but nobody knows who it's owed to.
Right.
So, and so, you guys do this bar hop through. It's nice. It's a lot like Remedigan, except it doesn't seem like you didn't hit anything that looked like it was boisterous. Like even the nicest inn in Remedigan is the Silver Dagger Inn, and it gets loud and rioty and just it's a really good time for most people.
Mm-hmm. I know that we're like a little condensed today, and we're definitely veering off of what you probably have kind of planned, or at least in your head.
I didn't plan this part. This is you guys.
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
your thing.
Perfect. So what I did want to ask is, there's a Silver Dagger Inn that's here.
There is.
I don't want to like go crazy into it, but like, is it similar? Is it like?
No.
Okay, so it's completely different.
Okay, my question is one a spin-off of the other, or is it a case of they happen to just have the same fucking name because it's a cool name?
So the borders have been closed for a long time. There's a possibility, but you would have to think that it was rebuilt over time. It has been a very long time. So long that if you were to ask, nobody knows.
Okay. Cool. That's all I wanted.
You guys finish and you go back to the villa. Potion G-Mine do their thing where one stands outside of Tayson's guest room door that he's staying in because he doesn't want the master, and one of them starts doing their patrols. Is anybody going to do anything before you go to sleep? And follow up, Stroop, are you calling a business meeting?
I'm not calling a business meeting quite yet. I did see the lady with the. I saw something. I do need to call a business meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Because previously on Bros and Dragons, Stroop, Waffle of the Waffle Hut franchise, Long Live the Waffle Hut, saw a glimpse of one of the Guardian books in a crowd of people. So we need to check on that. So yes, I will be calling a business meeting tonight. Order of business, seeing if we can find out who in the city has that book.
Okay. Anybody doing anything else before they go to bed?
Montera is going to do her soul knife tai chi prayer.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a conjuration spell in the middle of the courtyard far enough away from everybody to where if it tries to shoot lightning at somebody, it doesn't.
Are
Good.
you...
Good. We don't need to have that happen again.
So you pull out your surge ball.
Mm-hmm. You said G-Mine, whichever one is not on like regular patrol between G-Mine and Posh, I'm going to grab the other one. Hey, You want to see something cool or boring or like weird? I don't really know what it's gonna be yet, but if it kills me, that would look real bad for you. But if it doesn't kill me, it's probably gonna be real fun to watch.
If it does kill you, there's a possibility it's really fun to watch too. Sure, let's go.
Yeah, fair. Okay. So then I am going to. Yeah, there's like a courtyard kind of area that we originally turned out. Yeah.
It's about 100 feet deep and 30 feet wide.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go to basically the opposite side of it, and
Okay.
just
Where it ends, the buildings end, it just opens up so you can see the rest of the fields. I don't know if I ever described this.
Okay.
So the courtyard is in between the building, but it doesn't have a back. It literally opens up to the rest of the other 3 villas that are here. It can be seen really well from here.
Okay.
But you go to the end of that, and
I do a conjuration. I have a teleport spell and a conjuration spell inside the surge ball.
so your teleportation is your conjuration. You just figured out it was teleport.
Oh, okay. I thought I had 2 in here. Hey, all that stuff that I said, I'm not gonna do it.
So as you pull it out, you see the single pulse. You go, oh yeah, there is only
Oh
one.
yeah. Hey, well now I feel like an idiot. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't want them to think that I'm that dumb. So I'm gonna go out there, and then I'm personally gonna cast Thunderstep,
Okay.
so I can appear back next to them like 10 feet away.
Okay.
And whoa. Oh man, I did not know that was gonna happen. Ah.
It's G mine, and he goes, yes, and I did not see your lips moving whatsoever.
I was looking the other way. How did? Dang. All right, thank you.
Because even based on looking, I see it.
If it means anything, it probably was. As I turn away. All right.
Plus, you need to see where you're going.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you guys return in. Everybody goes to sleep. Stroop. You go to sleep. You call the business meeting. At least you feel you did. You're sitting in your office, the door's closed, and you hear many voices talking outside. What's going on? I don't know. This is really weird. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're from Diaspora? Yeah, you're from Pelmore Islands? This is so interesting. I'm from Romedigan. Yeah, I'm from Adishmere. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna go to the door
Mhm.
and not open it all the way, just like kind of creak and like look out the little crack if I can.
Okay, and if you remember, there's like a hallway and then it opens up like a coliseum of some kind. And you could just see a group of people talking down the hallway, which is echoing this way. They don't seem to notice that you opened the door or about the hallway. They're just out there talking, showing the books, talking about how they all just randomly had books show up on their nightstands in the middle of the night. One is like, yeah, no, I've been trying to keep it safe. Living on the streets, it's really hard. People try to take nice things from you. It was on my face when I woke up. It was so weird, and like things like this.
Very emotional today, so I'm gonna need you to not make me cry. I've been having to wake up at 4 o'clock every morning. Anyway,
Welcome to my world.
I hate it here. Okay, so I'm gonna creak the door back closed, compose myself, try to look as proper as possible, and open the door and walk straight for the Colosseum. And just not look at anyone, just try and look real authoritative and walk into the Colosseum area and stand like I would be presenting to a crowd. And I would like to say, all right, everyone, take your seats, take your seats.
Oh,
find
you
your
walk you walk down the hall. You are into it.
You
know,
strut.
you go anywhere, you got to pretend like you're supposed to be there. And as you come out of the hallway, a familiar voice and a familiar visage stands in the middle and says, "Everybody, take a seat. The Guardian is coming to talk to you." And it's Cloud. And as everybody murmurs off and takes seats, the first row, in some places, the second row, has people in it. As you look around, Heston is not here.
Good, I didn't want him there. Hi everybody, I am Stroopwaffle. I am your guardian. You all are guardians in waiting.
Oh, the
how-
Guardians. It's so cool. Oh, I heard about the Guardians, yeah.
Okay, everybody be quiet. Hi. Hello, this is our first business meeting of the Guardians. I hope you are all well and that, you are, reading your book. Plural. One book for each of you. Questions?
I can keep you going, or we can fade off. It's up to you.
We can fade out.
All right. It fades off. But there's like maybe 15 people there. From nothing to 15 is kind of awesome. Tayson, you go to bed, and I need you to roll me a wisdom save, please.
A lot. 18, 22.
With everything you've been through, the new note you got from Martin, the old stuff that you read, there was a lot going on. This dream, you're not in anything. I saw that. You're not in anywhere. You're not somewhere. You seem to be seeing something like an audience would see something. A field, big area, a pond. Two people sitting on a bench. One in robes of gold and amber, and the other one in robes of black with it pulled up, skeleton fingers, and a scythe. You don't get close enough, but you see them talking. At least one of them looks to be laughing. And it's one of those where it's very blurry, but right before you wake up, it really sharpens up and you see Martin sitting next to a Grim Reaper looking being, laughing and talking. And then you wake up. And you all wake up the next morning.
Okay. So I guess we didn't really get did we get a time of day? Did Phoenix tell us to come back at like midday? Did he say like, hey, come back we should probably just go there first.
Yeah, I want my stuff. And, but first, the most important meal of the day, we need to have some breakfast. I'm making waffles.
Okay.
I make waffles.
Okay.
You all eat and you head out. And you all head towards Phoenix's phylactery. Little bit of time, takes a little bit to get there, but you're getting more used to the city. Even without potions, G-Mine, you seem to find your way. And they seem to like not give directions as much, knowing that if they kept doing it, you would never learn. As you get there on your own, you open it up, the bell rings. Welcome, how can I help? Oh, yes, I have your apron. It is ready. Hold on 1 second, and he just disappears. You're just walking through the door, and this happens in that moment, and he disappears.
Oh, okay. That's efficient. That's good customer service and stuff.
Yeah, I still owe him money, so, like,
Oh, yeah.
probably really wants that.
Well, yeah, but he was insistent on not getting that before he gave us the work. So it's okay. A professional.
A true
Honest
professional,
business.
that Phoenix.
And then just a little bit, we do a lot of work with the real Phoenix.
Yeah.
So he made what you guys see here as our overlay. He walks in on you as the door finally closes, as Post comes in and G-Mine stands by the door and walks right up and says, I hope it's to your liking. It will not clean itself. It will be dirty, so you could look professional in the kitchen, but it will add a little bit of protection. And mechanic-wise, DM to you, you now have a +1 apron of protection if you pay him. And he says, that as he's handing it to you, if it's to your liking, that's 375 more gold, please.
I give him 400.
Do you?
She borrowed 400 from you.
Yeah, and 25 of that was to pay back Miranda.
Oh, Miranda owed me money.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wait.
Yeah.
How did I get roped into this?
I love in my head this conversation's happening as the gold is going in Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's $375. I appreciate the tip, but if it's going to cause a problem amongst friends, I cannot be responsible for something like that.
Hey.
Oh, no problems, no problems. You
None
deserve
whatsoever.
it. You deserve tip. I still have money. I still have money, Jason. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good call. Hey, maybe it's either a tip or an inconvenience fee. Cause Mike looked at the DMG, over the week. You have a lot of rings. Do you have one that stores spells? If not, I'm totally happy to hold on to this one. This one's great. I'm just checking.
I don't have any in stock. It would take me about 10 days to make one, though.
How much would it cost?
750 gold.
Okay. If I gave you 250 now, would that be enough to get started, or do I need to give you more?
I would need at least 375. Half to get started so that it covers the expenditures of
Okay.
the resources that I would need to get started.
Okay. Can I instead then give you your ring back as a down payment, and then go ahead.
If it's just an exchange, if you give me the ring, I will get started and it will be ready in 10 days.
Right, but I want that one too, but I'm gonna get more money for that. So I'm gonna give this to you, and then in 10 days I'm gonna try and pick up that ring, and I'm gonna try and buy this other one back from you. You know what I'm saying? Like I want both, but I also know that I can't have this one while you're making that one without more money.
So, though I love to do business with royalty and try to stay in good graces, I also have a good business dynamic.
Mhm.
If you give me this ring back, and he holds it up because he's holding it,
Mhm.
it will go back on the shelf, and if somebody purchases it before you come back, I cannot hold it without some kind of
Oh.
down payment, which is, another problem in and of itself.
Sure. Okay. How about okay? I'm gonna give you this ring back. Okay.
Okay, and that covers the payment for the new ring.
And
so
I'm
that
gonna-
is
And I'm gonna
square.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you 250 gold to hold on to the ring that I just gave you for 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
14 days is
Okay, great.
normally
Cool.
yeah.
Worst case scenario, really, really good, tip. Because I just did some mental math, and I don't know how we're going to get back here that fast, but I'm optimistic, I guess.
Are you leaving? Are you going on a trip? Do you want to make this transaction now? I mean, if you don't know if you're coming back,
I don't have that much
bid
money.
on a ring.
Yeah, I don't have that much money right now. I'm kind of broke right now. I only brought so much money, and I don't feel like asking. I just tried to figure out what I was gonna call your queen in relation to me, and my brain stopped working. So I didn't want to borrow anything from the queen, so I just wanted to be square with you regardless. Even if it costs me in the long run, that's okay.
No, this will cover, and in the end, it will be even.
Yeah, exactly. So I will come back here, hopefully within 2 weeks, and another 250 gold to square away both things.
500 gold.
I'm giving you 250 now.
Yes,
To hold
for
on to it.
700.
Yeah.
Right. It still costs 750.
Oh,
Oh no, I'm sorry. That one costs 500. You are correct.
we're good?
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons math. I get it.
Oh no, there's just a lot going on in
Did we
doc
just
math.
Deadpool this?
No, not at all. This is about coming back to pick something up on a timeline, not on us being dead. I'm not worried about us dying in the next 10 days. I'm worried about us getting back here.
I meant breaking the fourth wall with the Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, about that? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but that's okay.
Nah.
I just got stuck in the voice. That doesn't count. I wasn't looking at the camera, so it's not breaking the fourth wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate you. We're gonna go and do whatever the world has planned for us today.
Okay. And you leave. The world is planned for us. Where do you want to head to now?
Are we heading back to the castle then? Because I want to see whoever the representative is here.
I think so. Yes.
Okay, well then, yeah, okay. That they wouldn't. There's not post G-Mine. Is there an ambassador receiving area, or where would they show up if they were going to show up?
They both look at each other, shrug. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Teleportation circle, probably.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Where's that at?
Yeah, but how would they get the information to remit? I'm not.
Well, I mean,
good question. This is a great question for the queens.
Okay, so we should go there. What do you mean? How would they get that information? How would they know that they were coming unless they were communicating?
No,
somehow?
I mean, right, but I mean that's I feel like communication is not instant,
right?
Unless something else happened that I don't know about. It's possible.
Okay, fair enough. Fine. Yep, queens. We are going to bother them 2 days in a row. Let's go.
You head to the castle. You guys walk in, and the grand room where the thrones are seems to have people in it, but nobody of queenish stature. Potions, do you mind just shrug and start walking towards where the area, because they are separate areas, where the teleportation circle is. And sure enough, in the room, the door is open, and there seems to be, you can see the queens, and now you see Tog, the person that they were talking about. 7.5 foot, great lion mane, lion face, really buff built, Leonin, if you want to look it up. I know you guys do that. Character, who seems to be standing there, great axe on his back, doesn't seem to have any armor, and is watching everybody. And every time the queens move, even though it's not they move, he moves, and it's very militant, but you notice he stays with them.
It's a shift.
Look, Doc, I played MTG. I specifically played Band. I know what a Leonin is.
Okay, but I have 3 players in an audience, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know what it is because that was the character. Eggs almost played one of those instead of a Warforged for his first character. So
ooh, fancy. You do see one familiar face besides the queens down here, and that's Morrigan. And Morrigan was the in-name only ambassador to Remedigan, who came to the funeral of Martin Firewell, went to the Queen, offering condolences. She is here. There seems to be about 6 Westonlow and 12 other people who look to be scribes of some kind, standing in this chamber as well. And as you approach, yeah,
there's a lot of you here for meeting one person.
As you say that, the queens look and go, great. We're glad you made it.
Hi.
This is, they're coming, and then we're sending. It's the ambassadorial.
This is an exchange. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I know I'd be overwhelmed if I walked into a new place I'd never been before with this many people standing there waiting for me. But this is also not my job, so that actually makes sense that they would be more prepared for that. Okay, cool. Hey, I'm gonna take some self-awareness and back off a couple paces and just let y'all do your thing.
Everybody just seems to be talking. waiting. Is there anything you want to do? Or are you guys going to stand very awkwardly in like the edge of the stairwell?
I kind of painted myself into a corner because there are a couple people I want to talk to, but I literally just said I'm going to take a couple bases back and have some self-awareness, so I guess I'm not. Dang it.
Montera will slowly, like, gently, like, motherly kind of, like, push Tayson towards the crowd, because she can see that he's, like, he wants to get in on this, but he's also very awkward. And so he's like, I feel like I have to be on the fringes, but I also want to get in on this. So she's like doing that, go on, go play kind of thing that moms do with their kids, but with Tayson.
All right. With that nudging, the representative who came to see Remedigan at Martin's funeral, the ambassador in name that you mentioned, what was their name again?
Morrigan.
Morrigan. Perfect. Because somebody that I saw originally and have a literal in with, hey, hi again. I don't know if you remember me. It was under different.
Yes, I do, and she bows.
No, we don't. No, please, none of that. Well, the nice to meet you. Nice to see you. That's great. But the head low. No. Eyes. Hi. It was really nice of you to be present for that, because I know how rough it was for us to get here, and for you to do anything to leave to be there is great, and I'm hoping that you had a good time, seeing as it seems like you're gonna go there for a while now.
When I was chose to pick this job, it was way easier just to have an office here, and
Sure.
your father would just come from time to time. This makes it a little bit more difficult, but I guess it's time for me to earn my pay, as they say.
Oh, okay. Did you, I mean, I know you weren't there long, but did you enjoy it while you were?
It was interesting. It's
Okay.
going to be a little culture shock, but we will get used to it.
I can't relate even a little bit. I tried to joke there. It didn't work. I'm sorry.
It did.
Okay.
I giggled.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to ask you, what he was like when he would visit and stuff, but I don't know. You've got enough going on your plate than to just, like, do whatever requests I'm asking. So I guess just have good travels there. Have a good time. I know, it's weird. We're kind of in this weird era where, hey, this is something new and exciting and weird, but also everything's terrible, and like villages are being destroyed and on fire and stuff. But we're gonna fix that, and this is the first part of it.
Wait. What villages are on fire?
Oh, there were some that the dark forest, like by the edge, that not here, there, but everything else is fine.
But when you traveled, there was nothing here.
No, nothing here. Everything was good
Okay.
here. That's what I'm saying. Like everything here is
You
good.
worried me. You
Yeah.
said everything was terrible and villages were burning, and
I live kind of in a everything is either fine or the worst at all times. And all of this is fine. And everything that you're gonna do is fine. Just, don't do whatever everybody in Remedigan tells you without thinking about it, but like stay where they tell you should stay. 'Cause, yeah.
I appreciate it. And as for the first thing, your father was business most of the time, but I'd like to think we were friends. I'm not single-minded. I don't have one thing to do at all times. In fact,
Right.
any ambassador will tell you that it's not healthy to have that.
Yeah. I feel like
What?
I feel like an ambassador's job is professional, like friend. Like you want to make sure that everybody's happy, but you also want to make sure that like it's not you're not making someone unhappy to make somebody else happy just because. You want the best for everybody, right?
We'll see how things play out.
Oh, okay. I got that. It's a balance.
My
Yeah.
job is to represent Adashmira, and now it will be in another city
Sure.
on ground that will be considered sovereign Adashmira, as will the ambassador come here and have sovereign ground of Remedigan where they stay.
That's pretty cool. I didn't realize it worked like that. Like that's neat. Huh. Adashmira is like literally branching out, but just to like one branch.
And I could tell you anything that you want to know about your father, but I didn't have the time you did with him. Yes, it was longer, but it was in little spurts. I feel like if
Yeah.
anybody had questions, they should be able to ask you about him.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I mean, I could talk to people about my experiences with him, but I was more like in the experiences where he wasn't, interacting with me. What was he like? Cuz like there's this time in his life where he was fighting, demon gods and hanging out with like actual demigods, and and then there was like a long time before that too. So, piecing it all together bit by bit.
I understand. And also remember, until they came back, or actually was it right before Deimos? Martin and had no idea Xandro was a demigod because Xandro purposely had magic put on him that he wouldn't remember.
Mm-hmm. I guess at that point my question would be asking you if Martin saw a change in the personality of Xandro, or if you all saw a change in the personality of Xandro. But either way, honestly, I can probably ask that to anybody and not somebody who's about to go on an exchange program. So I'm gonna let you get to talking to all the people that you've known your life, and you'll see sporadically instead of me, who you've met for the second time, who asked you to tell me about my dad, who you've already iterated. I probably know more about them than they do. Cool.
Are you going with us?
What?
Are you coming back to Remedigan with us, or are you staying here in the Adashmira?
Oh man! Wait. So is this? How are they getting here? Like they're like a teleport circle. Pew, pew.
A mage was sent. They exchanged circle information, came back, and now they have, what did they call it? The address of the other person?
Okay. So does that mean that there could be, with some like communication ahead of time, that there could be transport from Remedigan to here, and vice versa, easily?
Yes.
I just immediately like turn my, like, still facing, but I turn my head back to Montera and Stroop and say, I think we can come back later without going through the forest again. This is great.
Everybody giggles because you do it really loud.
Uh-huh. They're far away. They have to hear me.
Stroop just does one of these
Yep.
thumbs up, like eyes wide, like, okay, weirdo.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not with him.
Okay, that's great. Then, yeah, probably gonna do that. Cool. Yeah, if you don't mind us, like, heading out there with you. There are, like, 5 of us, if that's okay. Because,
It's fine. And she turns. Tell, the others that we're going to change it up. I am going to head in with them, and then you send the other 6. We'll still all be there. Just do it one right after. Oh, yes, we'll spread the word. And they talk.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm going to go tell my friends that I found a ride. And
I think you just did.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's fair. Hey, do you know the name of the representative who's coming to stay here?
I do. A gnomish fellow. Pyrovoid.
Okay. Does Tayson recall this person at all?
Nope.
Okay. Fair enough. Then I guess I will. they're gonna come here, you're gonna go, then we're gonna go. Okay, I guess I'll have a little bit of time to say, hey, nice to meet you, good luck. The end. Okay, cool.
I look forward to seeing a lot of you around, Tayson.
I'll see you in like. Well, you're gonna see me until you leave, and then you'll see me like a little bit later. So.
Yeah, I'll see you when we leave.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought we were gonna leave and shit. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Bye. Then he goes to walk back to his friends.
And as you go, she says, "Until later, Grand Duke," and bows again.
I don't. Okay.
As you're coming back, you just see Jimine and Posh like giggle a little bit because you gave them the talk about bowing and calling you things. And as you get closer, Jimine says, "And get used to it, because anytime you go near the embassy, that's how all the gods are going to react."
So I'm not gonna go there, is what you're telling me.
If you're going to want to find other ways around wherever the embassy is.
Okay, that's fine. I am at least fairly familiar with where we're going, so I should be able to avoid that. Oh man, oh no, because they were doing the bow thing even in the castle. No. I can't wait to go to the abyss. No one's gonna bow me there.
People around you just.
I'm not saying that loud. I'm very aware.
He
leaned into me. That was a stage whisper.
Oh no, he did not.
Oh, I thought he was leaning into me. Okay, well.
Oh no, he just waited to get close enough so he didn't yell, but he did not try to hide that he was saying it.
Got it. I misunderstood.
But that's fine. You stage whispered back. That's fine. A few more minutes of mingling. You see the circle light up. One of the mages say, "Please stand back." And 6 people show up. Small gnome, 2 guards of Remedigan with the colors of the castle, and 3 scribes. They all step off the platform. The gnomish fellow walks right up to Morgan and says, "Oh, you must be my fellow ambassador. It's nice to meet you. I'm Pyrovoid. I'm a mage from the Spire, and now I'm an ambassador of Remedigan." She holds her hand up and goes, "Is everybody... It's good to meet you." Shakes his hand, and he says, "Oh, it's good to meet you too." And then he looks over and sees Queen Valerie Navarre, and he bows, and he says, "Oh, your majesties, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to avoid you. They're fine." And it's a very awkward time as everybody comes off. It lights up again, and 3 more guards and 2 more scribe-like people come out. And this is amazing. Where do we set up? Where do we begin? What do we got to go? I just need to know where we're going to start. And it's Queen Navarre who says, "You have a lot of energy, so things should be fairly smooth and get done quickly, I could see. Please follow us." And the 2 queens guide them up, and now the 12 of them, the queens and the queen's guard Tog, are gone. Room's a little bit more empty. Morrigan says, "Oh, it's going to be interesting not talking to your father anymore. Please follow me." And she steps up onto the area. You step up there, the 5 of you. And a couple of the Weston Low, a couple of the scribes, like, maybe we should... And she's like, "No, everything will be fine. If you wouldn't mind." One of the mages touches his hand to his head. The other one finishes some touching and sots, and you're now standing in an empty room you don't recognize, surrounded by mages, and you see the queen and king. You see Herrick and Rendith both standing there, and a few other guards as you pop up. The queen steps forward. What you think is going to be to Morrigan to welcome her, how it was at the other place where that was like the thing, straight up to you, Tayson, and gives you a hug. Doesn't say anything, just grabs you.
"Oh, hi. I would have wrote, but, found out there...
You did right. I got your letter.
Oh, well, I meant like I would have wrote that I was gonna be here, like here, but then I found out that here existed about 20 minutes ago. So,
He releases the hug and just puts her hand on your shoulder. Just says, "It's very good to see you." She says, "I apologize, Morik, and welcome to Remedigan. We will get you settled in, but it has been longer than you'd think without seeing my son." And Morrigan just smiles. "I have kids, so I understand." No, please. And everybody walks out as it ignites again, and 6 others come through. Now everybody's being ushered. And as you open up, you come out of the blue spire of the Crystal Spire, and you all see home once again in Remedigan.
Hendren, Hendren, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. And he brings the map out. I promise.
Rendith looks, grabs it. Good job. Slides it into a pouch and keeps walking with it. You might not have noticed, but with the turn and him not being in field gear and being in the attire that he has to wear when he's the Queen's Guard, you notice a line here, and then what looks like 2 longer, darker lines right above it. But you all go into the city, and you're home.
Do you want to check in with your family, like, immediately? Do you want to wait a little bit?
Clicking buttons is hard. My family doesn't live here, so it would be a couple day walk or journey there to the Waffle Hut, right?
Right, which is why I didn't know if you wanted to get started on that, or if you wanted to hang out here for, I don't know.
I can hang out here. I love my family. I absolutely do. But seeing them right now, I think would take away from my own personal journey in life right now. So
Okay.
I'll send them a letter.
Okay. Well, that's fair. Are they gonna make you come back for, like, a shift or something? If you...
They would have to try to keep me out of the kitchen, Tayson. They are very happy I'm not there right now, so
Okay.
I don't think they would force me to, but I would want to. So, gotta keep my head in the game. Get your head in the game.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Hey, did you do anything with my room? Can't hear you at all.
It does help to unmute my own mic.
There you go.
The difference is I don't see a symbol because I have the push button.
Right.
She's walking with Morrigan, talking, and they're pointing outside to the city, and you see them going away from the castle, which I guess might put you a little at ease. It won't be hard to avoid the building they're taking them to. You answer this, and you see her put her hand up, and she mouths, "Give me one moment." She says, "No, Tayson, your room, nothing will ever happen to your room. You have a room here forever."
Oh, okay. No, I know that. I meant like. Okay, it's just such a big room. Like, if you...
Nobody has done anything, but you are more than welcome to talk to the architects of the castle and see if you want a smaller room. They could do something. If you want it shifted or things made in there, you're more than welcome to. You always have been.
Okay, I think I've got a plan. I think I've got an idea. But we will see.
You see now the building. We're on the other end of the market district. It's not in a bad area. It's got a good sight to the castle. A taller building that seems to be separated from other things, which now has like a gate around it, a wall with a gate that has been recently constructed. And then she says, "Morrigan, this is your home. Tayson, you don't have to come with." And Morrigan says, "If the Grand Duke of Edishmir wishes to see his new home in his old home," and she looks up.
All of this is weird, right? Yeah. Okay. No, I think I kind of need to. I have to. I am interested in finding out, because if I'm gonna talk to people and hopefully be able to go back and forth when it's allowed, probably should. I should. I'm gonna go.
As you're stumbling, the queen just says, "A prince of two nations, huh? Grand Duke. It's interesting.
I don't
Still
like
a
it.
prince, though.
They bow to me there. I don't like it.
It is a formality. And amongst people of tradition, like our gods,
Uh-huh.
a lot of our clerics, stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, it's going to be different to break people of tradition.
I don't
Kason,
want.
in fact,
Yeah.
you probably won't be able to.
Yeah. I can request it though. It's not rude for me to request it though, is it?
You're more than welcome to tell anybody. If they listen, you just can't be mad when they don't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If I'm not going to offend people by asking them not to.
Probably not.
Okay, great. Probably not is good enough for me to work with. Hey, we've been gone for a bit. How are things going?
Things are going well. Let me finish give Morgan a tour.
Yeah, of course.
The now building of Adashmira that lives within Remedigan Castle. Why don't you go catch up a little bit and we can all meet for dinner?
I catch up with who?
With whomever.
I've only traveled with 2 people, and we're caught up. And we did our bar hopping thing yesterday because a crawl sounded too scary. So I'll let you go. I'm sorry. You're trying to very politely tell me that you need to go elsewhere, and I'm doing the thing.
No,
Okay.
I would never. But please go find the architect to talk about your room.
Oh, okay, great. I'm going to do that.
And then again, I will see you at dinner, which is my invitation for you to come to dinner. Of course, Morgan and some of her people will be invited there. We can have a nice meal. Of course, your friends can come to dinner.
Okay, great. Oh, by the way, this is Posh and G-Mine. They tell me that their job is to make sure I don't die.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that, actually.
Right? It's pretty cool. We got to talk about that, though, because I think I'm going to make their job harder. Literally, now that I think about it, but that's okay. But yeah, so, dinner later. Bye, Your Majesty. Hugs.
Now that hugs you, and now that you know these have been introduced, you could probably see that she thought they were just part of the guard for Morrigan.
Mm-hmm.
But then she says, "Well, I will see you all later then." And then she says in perfect Elvish, a farewell, a very formal farewell to the God Warriors. And you all leave. As they head into the building, and she's pointing things around, and you hear her say stuff like, if you need anything redesigned whatsoever, please let us know. We want you to feel at home. And it fades off. Potions, G-Mine just stand there and look around. You see them staring off in many different directions.
It's different, right?
There's a lot of different types of people here.
Yeah. So after essentially this area was founded, it was kind of like hey, you know what? Collective efforts by all is better than isolated by any. But more importantly, that it had to be done with, actual cooperation and social contract, kind of all of us want to work together as opposed to anything else. So I think we lost a little bit of, I think everybody here kind of over time lost a little bit about what made them different, but it also made all of us here kind of something new. Or at least that's what one of the Martin lessons was to me. Something like that. I don't know.
Again, besides Tog, there was nobody else that wasn't a moon elf in Edishmere. So this is... Xandro always stood out, but everybody kind of just accepted that fact.
Right.
And you guys start walking off. As you do, you pass a lot of people, and you pass a lot of moon elves and high elves that are here from Adashmere, because of the separation. They stayed here and created families over time. So there is a Remedigan population of those elves. Every 10th one as they pass bow to the god warriors and say a quick phrase. May the moon forever be bright. Just real quick. And go on. And Posh and Shima just kind of smile, and you can hear them talking to each other. But as is tradition and orders from the Grand Duke himself, they are always 30 feet back from you guys. Mirinda runs off to the restroom real quick.
Oh, hey, and Tayson will run up. Tayson will run up to Posh and G-Mine and say, actually, here, if you guys want to hang out close, that's totally fine. Because I feel like people are going to gawk at you more than they're going to gawk at me here. So it'd be really cool not to be the direction of someone's attention for like a little bit.
Whatever you want, Tayson.
What do you want?
Trying to make it more comfortable for you.
What do you want?
You not to die.
Yeah, you should stick close for a while. Not because it's dangerous here, just because if that's the only thing you want, then, it's a lot easier than anytime I want to ask you a question or talk to you, or if you have a question for me, I have to, kind of like, all right, I'm going to slow down, wait for you to catch up, or run back. Just, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, great.
And you guys head to the castle.
Yep. I want to talk to the architect.
You talk to the architect and you tell him what you want with the room. You can do that off.
Oh, I've only got one thing that I want, and I think it's worth it.
What do you want to do?
So we keep running into the issue where, like, whenever we were doing, like, the pub crawls and stuff like that, we all ended up just like, oh, one big bed, taste on the floor, whatever. I have a new plan now. So I want to get special bunk beds made, but I want it where the bottom bunk is the same bed that Tayson already had. And then the bunk above that is a bigger bed. And then the bunk above that is a very small bed. Because I want Stroop to have the top bunk so she can sleep in it, so she can be taller than everybody else for at least 8 hours a day.
Okay. And you hear this being said, Stroop.
I like to feel tall, especially when I've been drinking.
Yeah.
So this is great. I
Oh.
approve 100%. Can we make mine into a hammock, though? Can it be a hammock bed?
Okay. Well, I was going to say, we can, but you brought up the drinking thing, so I thought maybe railings would actually be a good call for both you and Mirinda.
I want to feel like a banana.
You know what? Fine, because I'll put railings on Mirinda. If you can, it's still railings on the middle bed, the big bed. Still railings on that, because if you fall off, that's fine. You're just gonna fall into that bed, and then you'll be good there. Okay, great. Yep.
Perfect.
I this is looking more and more like a ship, and I kind of like it.
The architect takes notes, and you say that would you like it to look like a ship? I could put like little boards, make it look like a bow and a stern of a ship.
At that point, I'm basically
hammock,
asking for a new bed instead of
The hammock on top, we could build that so it looks like a crow's nest of a ship, maybe.
I think outright Tayson is like, oh, that's not necessary, and then is like looking at Stroop, just like nodding. So it turns into, oh, you don't have to. Yes, okay, that sounds good. That appreciate it. You know what? It'll be less work for you to change the old bed to it rather than just make it outright. Okay, yes.
Oh, don't worry about the work. We pay people for that. I'm just the architect.
Oh, fair enough.
Work them away. They deserve to earn their pay.
Fair enough. Okay. So there's that. Hey, is there anything else that you want in our room here, Stroop?
So it's 30 by 30. I think we've talked about this before. It's really big with like a dresser, a table, and right now a bed.
Yeah. Like,
and then
very spread apart from each other.
There's some like foldable cots that were brought over at one point that are just stacked in a corner because they were never used.
Anything you want, or we'll do that off stream. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, this looks good to me.
Looks good to me. It just got a pirate ship bed. Actually, I do need pirate ship. I do need it to be a pirate ship.
Oh, okay. Should takes a note.
Yeah.
probably can get an authentic black flag for you.
Oh,
That'd be
cool.
great.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Miranda runs up from peeing, hearing they're standing at Taysan's room. You're looking in, and they're talking about putting a pirate ship in the room.
We're putting a pirate ship in.
Putting in a new bed. So we usually all end up in the same place after we do the bar hop stuff, the pub hop. So I thought it would be cool to do like a bunk bed thing, because then you can have like the middle bunk and it can be bigger, because I know you like to like sprawl out and stuff, and then I can start sleeping in the bed because I need to, because I'm supposed to. So I'm going to sleep on the bottom, but you'll have the middle. And then Shroop likes to be tall, so we're going to make a bed for her up top. But then she wanted it to be a hammock. And then I thought, oh, like, yeah, okay, we can do a hammock, but, make it like a flag. And we're going to put railings on yours. So if you two are there and you're drinking too much and you start rolling around, or if she falls, she's going to fall onto your bed, and then you're both safe and you don't hit the ground.
This is like the race car beds in Eberron, right?
I don't know what a car is, but yeah.
You all laugh a little bit about this. Time goes on, and it's getting ready for dinner. So you head to the front of the castle, which is, even though it wasn't said from me, I'm going to backtrack and just say, obviously having people come, Morrigan and, a couple of her people, you, your friends, and everybody, was to meet at the front of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're walking up, your hallway is right there. You come down your hallway and make a right, and you're right at the front of the castle. Joking about a pirate ship and an authentic black flag, Jolly Roger, that the architect said that he could get for you. You see the queen, and then you see Morrigan coming up. And it's like perfectly timed. Like, as far as you could tell, man, she's good at her job, because she was not the first one there. The queen is standing there. Oh, it's good to see. I'm so glad you guys did well. Morrigan comes out of nowhere. Oh, it's nice to see you. And then you hear a little bit of commotion, and people point over the east of the wall. As you look up there, you see what looks like a ship with no sails, no balloon, floating in the air, coming towards the castle. Gears are taken. Guards come out of nowhere, line up, put their hands. Everybody draws their weapons. An alarm is sounded. Everybody goes inside as this ship comes over the walls, and again, you cannot see what's powering this ship. Whatever's keeping it in the air is not an air balloon. There's no sails. There's nothing on the upper deck. You do see a couple of heads bobbing around. You see ropes being pulled. There is a crew as it comes to a halt very softly, a few inches above the courtyard, about 60 feet away from the castle where you're standing.
That bed delivery was fast.
It's too big. We gotta talk. Hey, were you expecting someone else?
The queen says, no, not at all. Guards, stand ready. After a while floating there, you see a door come down right off of the starboard side of it. It comes down, and there's a stairs. You see a couple of heads poking out, but two people pop out. A very young-looking half-elf, pale, with red hair, very emerald eyes. She only stands about 5'6", but she wears an armor that you're used to seeing the symbol of, Holzmir, the great eye in green and the red trim, because the Queen's Guard Herrick, Tendro, the one with the big weapon on his back, wears the exact same armor. She stands about 5'6". She's maybe 120 pounds wet, she's walking. You see this plate armor that she's wearing. She has a round shield on her back and what looks like a mace on her hip that glows just a little bit with magic essence, but it's like a rainbow. Like today comparison, when you set up a computer and it's very flashy and colory, that kind of movement on this thing. The person in front of her is in really tight leathers, a beautiful drow, stands out because of her long blonde hair that's braided back. As she gets closer, her very light purple eyes seem to shine. She has a rapier at her side. Neither one of them have drawn their weapons. They both have nothing in their hands. The rapier, though, will grab your eye. It has green leather on the handle, interlaced with this gold metal. And right above where the guard of it would be, right above the handle, it's not a guard, but it looks like, and it moves, it looks like a fully bloomed blue rose. And it does have petals that seem to move as it moves.
I had one thing to check. You said the first person was a half elf?
No, full elf.
Okay, thank you. I was like,
I heard half elf
I
as
just
well.
wanted to check it.
Sorry, I wanted to say she's not a moon elf. She's
Okay.
a full half elf with
Okay.
pale skin and fiery red hair, green hazel eye, or green emerald eye.
All good.
What
Just,
else you mean? Or
Nope.
yeah, just different set of questions have showed up. That's fine. This was the one trajectory. We're gonna cut those new ones. Got it.
And in all of this, when this is being seen, they take a couple steps forward. The drow woman turns around and says, "Batten up the hatches. Do not leave the ship unless I give the order. Maintain order." And there's a full orc in really elaborate robes who pokes his head up and says, "Aye, Captain." And they pull up the stairs and lock it down. You get a glimpse of a full elf with long ears and a blonde pixie cut hair that goes off to one side. One of them has a female figure with a hood that's pulled up, but it's white with gold trim, and a minotaur with a broken horn. As the thing goes up, they seem to disperse. The drow and the full elf come forward, and it is Herrick who speaks up first and says, "Stand down," as he breaks off from the queen and walks up and meets them halfway. It's about 30 feet out, and you can hear every word. Herrick drops to his knees, and he's a tall guy, so now he's almost eye to eye with the other elf. And he says, I had to look at the title real quick, hold on. This is why I needed things written down. Dawn Knight, it is an honor to be in your presence. She just says, Herrick, it's got to be Herrick. Your duties took you somewhere else just because your oaths are not still in Diaspora or the Eldoranth. You're here doing your job. Arise. Take your position. I appreciate the meeting, though. It is good to see you. And he just smiles, stands up, and walks back to the queen, right in front of these two as they come. They stop about 15 feet away from the queen, but they walk right up to the first guard, like he's not even there. The drow woman bows. She says, sorry for the intrusion. I am Captain Delara Nox Nalo, captain of the God Killer. This is my cousin, Dawn Knight Ava Talia Nalio, soldier of light of the Order of the Sight. And she just bows. The small elf comes forward and says, when Diaspora was in its need, Eldoranth sent word. Remedigan was one of those who had called. The Archmage Avagard asked us to return the favor in these dire times. And so I and a squad of my Dawn Knights and warriors are here. At your disposal, returning the favor. The queen bows, says, Diaspora is a beautiful land. Eldoranth even more beautiful. Your help is always welcome. And they bow. The drow goes away from her cousin as this little knight stands there toe-to-toe with the guards who haven't moved. And she just very giggly and bubbly says, your queen says it's okay for me to be here. Move or I'll move you. The guards look back, a little bit standoffish just for a second, and they do move. And you hear Herrick laughed. I would have liked one of them not to move. Yeah, go ahead. I see. Hanson.
I saw two different
Anybody?
hands. Okay, hold on.
I did too. But...
I do have something, but now I'm going to write down when this happened so I can take care of it.
Okay.
Pause. Cool. Tayson leans over to Miranda and just says, "Oh, I'm Avagard. I wasn't doing anything that was relevant to the current condition. Oh, it's none of your business, Tayson, what I was doing. Oh, by the way, I was telling people to come over here unannounced. Not your problem. This is why, man, powerful people are just freaking, they're arrogant and rude."
Oh no, I totally agree, Jason. Like, been there, done that.
You know what? Fair.
Especially with the clergy. Like, do you know how pompous they get?
No, thankfully.
Oh my god, don't even get me started about holy days.
As we trail off from them talking, and Miranda just going, and Tayson going, "Oh wow."
You watch her come up to the queen after everybody starts moving. A few of them are a little bit more standoffish, but nobody seems to go toe to toe with her. She's very confident as she walks up, and she says, "It's nice to meet you, Your Majesty. I'm sorry this came on such short notice, but we had no other way to send a letter ahead. It was easier for us just to come." And the queen says, "That's absolutely okay. I was about to have a formal dinner. Would you like to join us?" And she says, "Absolutely. Is it okay if the captain and a few of the crew join?" She says, "I would limit it to 4. There's not endless amounts of what we made. But you are all welcome to be there." She says, looks a little bit and stares off and says, "Nalo." She says, "Yes. My great-grandfather was Uranus Thalen Nalo. You all know that name." And for the audience, because I didn't send the audience notes, Uranus Thalen Nalo, 100 years ago, stopped another demon prince from coming into this world. And in the stories, it said that he went to the abyss and sacrificed himself to make that happen.
You're the awakened.
I was awakened. I'm a Dawn Knight now. The hierarchy you would know of Holzmir. There is a warrior class of Holzmir. And there's awakened, that's the clergy. And all clergy, from the clergy, are selected certain warriors. Those warriors become one of two things: either a dawn warrior or a soldier of the light of the Order of the Sight. She holds both titles, and Dawn Knight is the 3rd level. She's underneath Dawn General, and that's the only other level higher than her. But she only looks as an elf to be about 116.
I think I've met one of your kindred.
My kindred.
Also in Nalo. But this was long ago.
It's a common elf name, but there's quite a few of them. I was hoping to get away from all of the dramatics of, my great uncle and my great aunt are the king and queen. They are Valinors, but they come from the Nalo family. My grandfather, world renowned for making weapons, Nalo family. Even a Nalo is the governor of Elderith.
And now a Nalo appears in a flying ship. The dramatics, they continue.
Fun fact, I have a drow that's family name is Nalo, and that's why I know, I
saw that. Yeah. I saw that. No, the God Killer, that is my uncle's ship. And she just sounds a little off-put about it.
Oh, I didn't mean any offense. It's impressive. It's just,
No offense. It is a stupid title. My uncle is a good person. He really is. Supported me at every rank and movement, but he hates the gods.
Okay.
I mean, as a cleric, I can also understand that. Some of the gods are not exactly the kindest.
He blames not having his father around and leaving his mother childless to the gods. He thought that they used people as pawn pieces.
Well, I mean,
So,
so go ahead.
Montera kind of just goes, not wrong.
Montera does. Sorry. Well, wait. Mirinda here. Yes.
Oh, she's Montera.
You're
still.
Montera
I'm
here?
Montera.
Okay.
She has not changed back since being here.
Cool. So great. Montera here. Great. Montera. Then, as part of that, like, Tayson looks over, makes sure that the queen isn't, like, in direct earshot, and, like, leans in and is like, what?
She's in direct earshot.
Okay. And it's just like, well, I mean, same. I mean, like, yeah, the gods do that, but so do people.
Oh, I just think my uncle's weird about it. That's
Okay. I'm not trying to defend him, but I also don't want to, like, make you mad immediately, especially after all the guards, like, moved out of their way. And again, you had a flying boat. Like, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm new to this, like, making an impression for people that matter thing. Or sorry, no, I said that wrong. Not making an impression to people that matter. People matter. I have to make an impression to people, and it matters now that I make a good impression. Hi, I'm Tayson.
It's nice to meet you, Tayson. And she shakes your hand.
Cool.
Shorter than you. She doesn't feel like she's got a lot of strength behind her. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Funny.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
No, I mean she does not have a lot of strength.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay.
No.
Okay. I thought she was. I mean, neither does Tayson. I was expecting that to hurt. Cool.
No.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Montera stops up and just puts her hand out. Montera.
It's nice to meet you, Montera. And the queen looks over. It's nice to meet you, Montera. Reiterates that sentence.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should talk about that later. Because we just kind of walked it. Yeah, I was confused too. Hey, this is the Guardian.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Stroop Waffle of the Waffle Hut. I like your rapier. It's pretty.
The drow lady says, "Thank you very much."
I'm not. I'm good with knives. That came out weird.
Chef, good chef. Am I rubbing off on you? What is up with you today?
It's a beautiful knife, Tayson. Okay.
Sorry,
Knives
but
like that don't come out of the wrong.
I feel like we're not concentrating on the important part of this conversation.
Yeah.
The Guardian?
Yeah, like, do we need to, you know how, like, a Barker says, like, 14 titles for somebody when they're introduced? I feel like you went with one, and no offense to everybody until you start your franchises, I don't know that you led with, like, the showstopper. You know what I mean?
I understand. I got distracted by a pretty thing, Tayson.
Yep. Listen,
Tayson.
always be marketing.
Droop is still in that, like, bird mindset from earlier.
It's like a day
Shiny
ago.
thing.
It was nice.
Delaria, the one with the blade you were complimenting, just says, I will return in just a moment. I'm gonna go park the ship somewhere a little bit more non-suspiciously. She looks around as she sees this courtyard now, and all these titles are being thrown around.
Yeah,
She's
it's
like,
a flying ship. I mean,
well, Diaspora, there's places to dock at the top of walls, and you don't seem to have any here.
No, we haven't industrialized the out of ocean ships yet. Because Yep.
Pardon me, though. And she bows and walks away back to the ship. You hear her yell some orders. They drop the thing. The stairwell again off the starboard side. She gets on. They close it, and it flies off back towards where you suspect is the front gate. As they get an aerial view, they head that way.
Okay. I feel like they've got a bunch of people to talk to, rather than us gawking at them, their ship, their knives, their everything. How about some dinner time, conversations, all that good stuff? And Tayson looks to the skies to see if there's any other like unannounced visitors, worried that there's going to be not enough food.
Couple of hawks, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Got it.
But the queen says, "No, it's a great idea. Shall we all go to dinner?" Tayson, is Miranda coming back, or did she stay? And
Oh yeah, talking about that. Yeah, wave.
Point of clarification, Doc. The entire time she's gone as Montera.
Yeah, that's why the queen is asking if you're going to show up, Miranda.
No, I'm saying for
No,
even
the
in front of
queen.
the queen.
I don't think did you.
This is the
Yeah.
first. When have you ever
No,
been
she's been introducing herself as Montera this entire time.
really
This is the queen
Yes.
of Remedigan.
of Remedigan?
Oh, of Remedigan.
Yeah,
Never
we're
mind,
back
my
in
bad.
Remedigan. You were in the
Yeah.
bathroom for a long time. We traveled across a continent.
But you went to the bathroom after you came.
Right,
back, which
right,
is
right.
weird to me. You're in Remedigan, so the queen is just like,
Oh.
"Oh, did Miranda stay behind?"
Then
And they had
never
us there.
mind. Never mind. We do have to have that conversation.
so
That is my bad.
So here's what.
I
So
thought we were still with
No,
that in
so-
the eldest.
So, point of clarification: we are headed back. This is just a cut scene. Whoop, back. We're about to go into the teleportation circle to go back to Remedigan. Who's walking through the teleportation circle?
Well, it has to be Montera, and there's a reason because you can only do this once a day,
Right.
and you change back to Montera because yesterday you showed off the Miranda thing. I've got it in my schedule that you shifted yesterday, so you would have to wait today.
Yeah.
And then you said as Montera you were doing things, so I just assumed.
Right, but that's why she was also like, as Montera, I'm doing stuff. I think she also thought that we were still back in Adashmir.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine because
I
she had
did.
Yeah.
To, you had to
That's
use
exactly
the restroom.
what it was.
Yeah.
and so that's fine.
So-
But
so
you're in Remedigan.
So are you Montera in Remedigan or are you Miranda in Remedigan?
She's Montera still.
Okay,
because she,
fine.
as soon as she could, she shifted back because that's what her little passport thing showed her as.
Sure. So we're back here in Remedigan. Cool. Done. Great. Pick
You're
up.
in Remedigan as Montera, and like I said, the queen is just like, "Oh, did Miranda stay back?" As she's now ushering everybody to the dining room for dinner. Tells a guard that as soon as the captain comes to allow the guests to come down to eat, and you guys head down to the formal dining area of the castle. Seats are arranged. You sit down, and meals begin. And she just says, "So I'm sorry. You said we would get to that, Tayson. Miranda, she left with you. Did she stay in Adashmira? Is everything
I'm
okay?"
here.
Uh-huh.
So about that. It has been over 24 hours, right? Since she shifted.
I'll say it's been like 24 hours. Yeah.
Okay. So she changes her form in like the blink of an eye. Hi. Montera's my actual name.
So I want to say you did this in front of, well, Potion, G-Mine are fine. Morican, 2 of her associates, 4 crew, I may add. There's a Minotaur, a full orc, another full elf with the pixie cut came, and then the captain herself is here, as well as Ava. So they all see this happen, and they all
Yep.
like look over. Yeah. Neat trick.
Yep.
And it's the queen that says, "I was going to be snide and say you're not from here. I was going to guess.
Yeah, you would be
But
correct.
if I'm not mistaken, in my travels, I have not met another changeling except an Eberron.
You would also be correct.
You are a long way from home."
Very much so, yes. When did you go to Eberron?
Years. I was a traveling minstrel, a bard of some renown.
That's a lot of travel.
That is a lot of travel.
I have seen Faerun. I have
Yeah?
seen Eberron. I have seen most of Bengen.
This isn't fair. Like, my lineage has great stories. I don't know anything about anybody. Whatever, it's fine. We'll talk about it
Well,
later.
I'm not a bard anymore. Now I'm a queen of a nation. I have
You're-
responsibilities.
You're right. No one is what their past history has made them, and their experiences have had them come to be. Hey, ask me what we did in Adashmira.
I would like to start with what you did in the Dark Forest, and if you are okay, did anything happen?
Oh, no, we can't talk about the Dark Forest. That didn't happen because now I'm here in Remedigan. So all the stories about my past don't matter. Don't matter, Bard Queen.
Okay. It's just queen now, but that's fine.
Oh, so you know that's
sure.
fair.
How
Actually,
was-
you know that makes fair.
Hey, son. It's okay, dear.
Oh no, I know. I'm comfortable. Don't worry. We're teasing. This is okay. This is playful. This isn't like Avantgarde conversation. This is fun. Oh, we saw okay. Recap. How far back do you want me to go? And do you want me to go from far back and then to now, or in reverse?
I'm glad you're safe, but I don't worry about your travels in the Adashmira so much as I worried when you were in the Black Forest.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Black
Rendith
Forest,
said
yeah,
he
it's
tracked
bad.
you through it.
Yeah.
And you had some interesting stories. That's all he kept telling me.
Yeah. Lots of bad demon-y things. Lots of bad demon-y things. There was some kind of like demon-y dragon that pretended to be some kind of Feywild thing, but then it wasn't, and it was bad. But then we got it. We took care of it and made it go away. And part of the Dark Forest, Stroop like cleaned it, like it just, and it's nice now. It's actually pretty cool. Like it's like all shiny. Like there's like this like constant light on it, which is pretty nice. But then from there, we left that spot, and then it was really shitty. Still, we went into this cave. That seemed bad, because we fought something in there, and we beat it, but it talked to me later. So there's that. And then we made our way out of the forest, and we got into Adashmira Forest, and eventually to Adashmira. So. Yeah, like I mean, we're good.
And the really cool looking axe you're carrying.
Yeah, found that there. This belonged to a guardian in waiting, and when I can use it sometimes. It's on loan.
Okay.
Well, it's not mine. And then I talked to the person who is related to the person who made it. So as soon as I don't need it anymore, I think I want to return it to him, or at least ask him if I can put it back with the person who was using it, whatever they prefer. Well, I don't know what's more honorable. Like, do I give it back to the craftsman or the person who commissioned? I don't know. But for now, I'm borrowing it.
Captain Delaria just says, I don't mean to interrupt, but you fought a demon dragon?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it wasn't fun. That was rather dangerous.
Yeah.
Painful. I was very bloodied by the end of that.
Oh, yeah. No, it was bad.
I fell down and then I got up.
Right.
And it's just not good all around.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get I don't mean to intrude, and I can explain if you want me to, but did you by chance get a A scale. I'll pay 1,500 gold if you have a scale.
Oh wow, that's a lot. I think that's a lot, right? It melted as it died, and it just kind of went and gooped up. You know, the demon part, I think.
Yeah, I think that is exactly why it went low level.
Odd. Well, it was worth asking.
But yeah, we did that. Stroop, there were a lot of guardians guardians in waiting that lost their lives. But then Stroop made this building to house all of them and stuff, and light, and it's night. Hey, is that something you can do in other places? Like eventually, if we just plotted out a map, could we clean up the entire dark forest, or was that a one time emotional Stroop kind of thing? Or are there notes in your book for that? How does that work?
Tayson, I have not a clue.
Oh.
Not a single clue.
Okay.
It may have been a lot of things.
Oh.
Some of them that I have no idea about.
Okay.
I did cast a spell, but I also cast it on some very emotional deceased individuals.
Mhm.
So I don't
No, you're good. Again, if all.
try.
Yeah, well, we'll do some. Let's look into it, because if that ritual spell requires everything that happened the previous time to be repeated, I don't want to do any of that, because that was rough.
Oh, that was bad. I don't want to do that. The new guardians in waiting are a bunch of children.
Oh, you met?
What?
You met them?
Some of them, yeah.
Did you
It's
had
happening.
you had a business meeting?
We did have a business meeting. It was very nice.
That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you.
The full orc, in the robes goes, I'm sorry. I just heard there was a new guardian, but new guardians in waiting. Do you care to explain, and is the Testilla tree still safe?
Yeah, I know some of the words that you said, but not all of them.
Sorry, would my people go on a spiritual journey? We pilgrims through diaspora. One of us stops as a Testilla tree, and guardians in waiting guard that tree. We have to get permission from them to seek the knowledge. That's how I know. But you're telling me there's new ones now.
Yes, individual assignments have not been given out quite yet, so I'll work on that. I will put it at the top of the next business meeting list.
You do know, because I gave you the thing.
I do
There
know.
are there's 5 guardians in waiting who did not perish. 2 at the Testilla tree, and then, not to give away too much because you know more than everybody else if you go through your notes, but there is the Silent Guardians. Yeah, the 3 Silent Guardians as well.
Oh yeah, so your tree, totally safe. That did nothing to those guys. Those are good people staying at God in the tree. Important tree must stay good.
Well, yeah, the entirety of the knowledge of the gods poured into a tree like a library for pilgrimages to come and seek knowledge seems to be something we would want to keep under wraps.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe some of us need to visit that tree at some point and gain some of this knowledge, because, yeah, but yeah, nope, it's good. Don't you worry. And I pat him on the arm and feel his muscles a little.
I'll put him right next to you. That's good. Yeah. He's the funny thing is, being a full orc, he seems to have no muscle when you pat his arm. He's defined, but think more skater boy than actually work out. You know,
He's wiry.
He's very skinny. He's not very strong.
Sinewy, not bulky. Fair enough. I mean,
And he speaks really well too for somebody a full orc. Usually their tusks get in the way of their speech. His comes out as he must have. There's got to be something because he talks like a very learned individual.
I mean, you've only had the job for like a week. It's okay that you haven't like done everything.
You know,
2
it's
weeks,
a learning
5
experience.
days.
I'm not
To
telling
be
everybody
5
how
days,
long. Sorry, go ahead.
it's fine. It's fine. Learn things. Yeah. I'm gonna eat this food in front of me and.
Yeah, a lot of information is happening, and because of time, just somebody else just brings up. Well, the castle looks amazing. The city looks good. I've never been here. More kind is like, oh no, I have been in it. Yes, everything looks really well, and it falls off into casual conversation off of the superheated stuff. I don't have a cut scene because we do have people with other things, so we had to cut it short tonight, and I do apologize.
That's how it goes.
It's all my fault. All of the dogs that I have.
I was not blaming anybody.
Yeah,
It's my fault, dog. It's fine. Fine.
it's all right.
So many dogs have to pee.
Yeah,
But now Pyro is in the world,
yeah,
and
sure is.
I love Pyro, so I wanted to make him a gnome. I just could not help myself.
I
That's
can't wait for us
fair.
to let him know. So you're like, hey Pyro, your NPC was introduced today. Tell me more. You're
Yeah.
a diplomat, ambassador, gnome.
Super energetic. Yeah.
Lovely. All right. Well, everybody, that's gonna do it for us tonight. But before we go, we're gonna say goodbye and do the bye stuff and say the things. Lisa,
Hi.
tell us your things.
So, tomorrow, we may or may not have Dead Bard Society. I don't know, because Zach's not going to be there. And I said I would be okay with running one shot, but no one ever replied to me, so I don't know if we're doing that. But I'll be on Vampiric Touch and tomorrow night playing Monster of the Week for one of our last sessions, and that makes me sad. But Wednesday, you can find me on my channel. So it's twitch.tv/geekgirlissa, and I just got in my capture card. So I am going to play Pokemon Legends Arceus. And that's going to be fun, because I'll be able to actually hear my fucking Pokemon game this time, because
There
I
you
have
go.
the capture card and not put it through my stream board, which there's no way for me to monitor the sound.
Boop,
So-
boop, boo, boo, boo. Sorry, that's the Pokemon
It
Poke
is.
Center. That just okay. Cool. Those are the places you'll be able to find Lissa, but only after she does the recording for the Bros and Dragons introduction, so we can
Already done,
update
I
it.
just haven't put it in my
Send
Sure.
me the thing. I need the thing to do the thing. Never mind. That's where you're going to see Lissa, because she already did the things, because she's awesome. Hannah, tell us about your stuff, and also all the dog names that you're going to be taking care of, because I like the dogs.
Yeah. So you can find me at Hannah the DM on Instagram and TikTok. A book that I just narrated is coming out shortly. It just has to get approved by Amazon, and then you can listen to my voice. And the author of the book is going to write more books based on my narration of said book. So that's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Because she likes all my funny voices. So
Look at you being a sequel.
yeah, I inspiration. I am a muse to everyone. And just a little shout out to all of the dogs. We got Lily, Maisel, Daphne, Fred, Tiger, Sugar, Lulu, Rocky, Boomer, Abby, Rex, Champ, Max, Bee, Drogo, Nibbler, Lila, Ivy, and Lettuce.
Dogs in the house. Woof, 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 woof. Doc!
You can find me here full time now at Nerdworks Media. Tuesday nights I do Doc Ruins Childhoods, where I take a game from somebody's childhood and play through it. And then at the end of the month, I do a podcast recording of my honest and unfiltered opinion of said games from people's childhood. And Thursday, Fishing for Fish, where I play video games. We have fishing in them, and all we do is try to do the fishing portion of it. We did World of Warcraft, and it was a lot of fun because I kept getting attacked, and I also could not get the fish I wanted. And I'm sad, but it was funny at the same time.
Sorry, buddy.
It's
Next
okay.
time. Next time. Hi, I'm Nerdworks. I live here. This is where I am. I'm here on Mondays. I'm here on Wednesdays. I'm here on Fridays. Sometimes I'm here on Saturdays. Sometimes I'm here on Sundays, and I'm not even actually like visible. I'm just like background. It's great. I produce, and then other people do the product. It's awesome.
What do you produce on Sunday?
Well, see, on Sundays, Doc, we have Drawerby show up to make it beautiful, and she does art commissions. And very, very soon, I don't know if it's going to be this Sunday or it's going to be the following Sunday, she is going to be doing the portraits of all of our characters for the next season of Bros and Dragons to be able to show up on screen and be on a rotation. Also, if you like D&D, but you're like, this fantasy stuff is bullshit, I don't want that, I want this in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, then you can come hang out on Sunday afternoons, at least Pacific Standard Time, because holy cow, that was an issue this past week. Hey, you know what's a really cool thing about time zones and the daylight saving times? The fact that it doesn't actually apply everywhere. So not everybody is on the same page. And even when you say it's going to be at 9 o'clock, which is this time, it's not always that time. But 2 p.m. on Pacific Standard Time, you'll be able to see Kenobi's Nook do Hello There, a D&D 5e game with several people in a Star Wars themed based universe. I don't know what I can say legally without getting in trouble in the future.
It's inspired by.
Thank you.
Yeah, with Pody, Pyro is there.
Link IB
Pody,
and Ragey Boy.
Posh. Yeah, Posh. Yeah, thank you, Ragey Boy and Link IB.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome.
Commentary on that.
What's that?
I have a little bit of commentary on that one.
I know. I was gonna say I saw you pop in the chat at one point, and I was like, I know we got at least one viewer. One of those people is the most attractive person on this channel and network at all times. So that if that's not a selling point for you, then congratulations for not being as shallow as the rest of us.
We have to get Moo here.
What's that?
We don't have Moo on ours.
No. I know what I said.
That's not who we're talking about?
That's not who we're talking about. But you know what we are talking about? The fact that it was awesome to have all of you here. So before we go, Doc, do the thing.
Love one another. Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
Later.
Bye. Kira also says goodbye.
Are we muted yet?